The world remembers the life of former South African President Nelson Mandela. His death hits especially close to home for one Bay Area family who once spent Christmas with him. They shared their story and memories with our Chris Trenkman. All new tonight. He joins us live in the newsroom with this story. Chris.
Well, just as democracy was taking shape in South Africa, a Tampa lawyer and her son were in the country helping with the elections process. And both by chance were able to meet one of the greatest leaders of the 20th century.
You know, I always call this my biggest wow moment.
When Walter Smith was in South Africa back in the mid-1990s, he asked Nelson Mandela's granddaughter out on a date. Only he didn't know she was related to the country's president. And when she invited him to the presidential residence, Smith had no clue where he was until Mandela himself came walking down the stairs.
And when he hit that first landing, I looked up and I was like, oh my God.
Smith says he managed a composed and intelligent conversation with Mandela, with his date patiently waiting.
And I said, good evening, Mr. President, how are you? And he said, oh, I'm well, young man. We spoke, and then as we started speaking, it just got longer and longer and longer and later and later and later, and she said, hey, listen, we got to go.
That encounter led to an invitation for Smith's mother, Tampa attorney Geraldine Williams, to host a Christmas dinner at Mandela's estate.
I was just so astounded and I was just mesmerized by his presence.
Williams says the first time she met Mandela, he called for her by name.
And I turned and he said, are you Jetty? And to tell you the truth, I couldn't remember whether I was or not. I was so excited.
Williams was allowed to address Mandela by his traditional name, Madiba, but it took some courage.
That's like being in the residence of Jimmy Carter and calling him Jimmy. I don't think so. But when I finally met him, in response, I was very delicate in saying, oh, Madiba, Merry Christmas.
Looking back, both recall the man known as Tata, the father of South Africa, for his calm leadership in a turbulent time.
He's like a modern-day Gandhi. You know, the rest of the world stage took his example.
Now, both say Mandela's legacy as a historical figure for democracy is what makes him great, but seeing his demeanor in person was unforgettable. Live in the newsroom, Chris Trenkman, ABC Action News.
Thanks, Chris.